Hi guys! Today's video is a book haul because I picked myself up a few books over the past month and a half. Let's just jump straight into it, shall we? First things first, I bought a new copy of A Midsummer's Night's Dream. I have read this before, I've seen it performed, and it's one of my all-time favourite Shakespeare. Just one of my all-time favourite plays. I think I've mentioned before that I'm not a massive fan of just reading drama in a book. I do feel that you really need to see it performed to truly appreciate it. However, there's something about Shakespeare's work that does offer something even just in a text form. And I've only read 5 Shakespeare and I really want to read more, but I decided that I also wanted to give this one a reread since I've not read it since high school and I do really love it. You've probably heard of A Midsummer's Night's Dream, but this is a play within a play about a group of royalty who get mixed up in the fairy realm. Because of some magic, people start falling in love with people all over the place and it all goes a bit awry, and it's just really amusing. And isn't this edition beautiful? The next book has been on my wish list for quite some time and I'm so happy to finally have it, and that is the Autobiography of Malcolm X. It did occur to me though, I don't think I've ever read an autobiography. The only biographies I've read are really kind of ancient versions. I've not read anything written in modern times, so I am quite excited not only to find out more about the life of Malcolm X, but also just to read that format. I'm sure you've all heard of Malcolm X. He was a sort of militant campaigner during the civil rights movement in America. Yeah, super excited to read this. I then have Neil Gaiman's The Ocean at the End of the Lane. Just the more I've heard about this on BookTube, the more I've wanted it. At first I wasn't sure if I really wanted to read it, the concept just didn't appeal to me, but I've heard some fantastic things from people whose opinions that I really trust, so I'm very excited to read this. This is one of those books that is somewhat shrouded in mystery, but it's magic realism, I believe, and I trust Neil Gaiman enough just to go off the fact that he's written it. I feel like I've been picking a few things off of my wish list recently, which is good. I also got The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I've never read anything by Donna Tartt, although I've only heard amazing things about her. But I really wanted to read The Secret History in particular because one of my good friends loves this book and he goes on and on about it, and I have been meaning to read it for ages, just haven't gotten round to it. But in particular he wanted me to read it because the main characters studied classics at university, as did we. From the fact that this is a sort of dark mystery novel, I don't think their university experience was that similar to ours, but nevertheless I'm excited to read. From what I know, it's about a group of friends that studied classics that meet back up after universities ended, and I think something tragic or dramatic happened whilst they were at university, and it's about the sort of unravelling and aftermath of that. I also got the 4th book in the Rainwild Chronicles from Robin Hobb, Blood of Dragons. This is the final in the series and I've already started it and I'm really excited to wrap up the series, although I'm also quite sad to see it end, but I really want to see how things do come to an end. This is a high fantasy series following a group of dragon keepers and their dragons as they go to find a new home. And I don't want to say any more than that, but I have reviewed the first in this series, so I'll link that below so you can hear more about it. I then got The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells in the gorgeous Penguin English Library edition. This is probably one of my absolute favourite Penguin English Library editions. The dots are actually different colours, if you can kind of make that out, and it's going to look lovely with my other ones. This is about a man who, due to a scientific experiment gone wrong, becomes invisible, but the process of trying to not be invisible anymore turns him into a bit of a psychopath. And it is set at the very end of the 19th century. And last but certainly not least, another sequel, and that is Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. You all know that this is a sequel to Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, which I recently did a review of, so again I'll link that below. I enjoyed Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. It was a magic realism children's book about a boy who goes to uncover the secrets of his grandfather's past, and the ending of Miss Peregrine's was quite a turning point and a bit of a cliffhanger, so I'm quite excited to see where the story goes. Anyway, those are all the books I've bought in the past month or so. If you have any thoughts on them, if you have enjoyed reading any of them, then please let me know where I should start. The Secret History is really calling out to me, I must admit. In the meantime, happy reading and I'll see you all again soon. Bye guys!